Chapter 18. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein you dwelt, shall you not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall you not do. Neither shall you walk in their statutes. Mine ordinances shall you do, and my statutes shall you keep, to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my ordinances, which if a man do, he shall live by them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of your father and the nakedness of your mother shalt you not uncover. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife shalt you not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness shalt you not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter, or your daughter's daughter, even their nakedness shalt you not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, begotten of your father, she is your sister, you shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister, she is your father's near kinswoman. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, for she is your mother's near kinswoman. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. You shall not approach to his wife, she is your aunt. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law, she is your son's wife. You shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife. It's your brother's nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. You shall not take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are near kinswoman. It is lewdness. You shall not take a woman to her sister to be a rival to her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. You shall not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is impure by her uncleanliness. You shall not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife, to defile yourself with her. And you shall not give any of your seed to set apart to Molech. Neither shalt you profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. You shall not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. You shall not lie with any beast to defile yourself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is a perversion. Defile not you yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out from before you. And the land was defiled, therefore I did visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land vomited out her inhabitants. You therefore shall keep my statutes and my ordinances. You shall not do any of these abominations, neither the homeborn nor the stranger that sojourns among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done that were before you, and the land is defiled. That the land vomit not you out, also when you defile it, as it vomited out the nation that was before you. For whosoever shall do any of these abominations, even the souls that do them, shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall you keep my charge, that you do not any of these abominable customs which were done before you, and that you defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. All right, let's go back up to verse 1, and once again we are continuing in the teachings of Hashem, and the teachings to the Levites, or even as we see the people abroad, in many cases the children of Israel, all those that come forth from Israel, or the one that contended with the mighty one, and men as well, as we see. And in the last chapter we find that the people were offering their offerings and stuff unto these abominable things, even unto these things which some of them were still doing after the customs of Egypt, where they had come out of, as we'll find out some of these customs that was done there, and these offerings to the goat or the satyr, or these practices, demonism, or in some sense like that, in a negative type sense, to relinquishing, the way I see it, is your authority over unto something else, and in a sense that the goat god wouldn't have no authority over a man, in that kind of understanding. We got to use a little common sense sometimes. But anyway, we're going to pick it up here in verse 1 with, once again, the Lord speaking unto Moses. We're going to be dealing with a touchy subject, you might say. We can look at this subject two different ways, as we're going to find out. We're going to pick it up in verse 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, so Hashem, that is that holy name, set aside, it means the existing one. There is no other. He's the one that's going to speak unto Moses. Moses is the one that's drawn out. He's the one that was saved by the Lord. We're going to find out this is the initiator of the covenant. I like to say the Lord made a deal with the people, and it was pretty simple. You either stick to the deal, or we don't have a deal. And it's really a very simple thing. 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. So go tell the children of Israel, that's everybody who's in the way I see it, all those that come forth from Israel, the one who contended with the mighty one, everybody that faces everyday's life, the adversity of everyday life, those that wrestle and struggle with men, and these adverse, you might say, conditions sometimes that we find ourselves in, usually due to the fact that we are either outside the ordinances of Hashem. So we find out to say unto them that I am the Lord your God. To be the Lord your God is to be that great strength and the power of your might, as this one that exists. We'll find out there was no image. Nobody's seen anything. The great strength and power was the fact that, if we do wrong, we're subject to those actions, as they will find manifest themselves in society, as they have, and we'll find out here. 3, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein you dwelt, shall you not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall you not do, neither shall you walk in their statutes. So after these doings, or these things that were done in the land of Egypt, we remember Egypt, that's where they just come out of. That's that place of graves, crypts, whatever you want to call it. It's not a good place. It's wherein they dwelt. Lord says you're not going to do like you used to do. And after the way these people do in the land of Canaan, Canaan means that land of humility, or the land of the humble. It's where the Lord was going to take them, as we find He had promised Abraham the land of Canaan as an inheritance. But as we'll see, the Lord's making an example out of the inhabitants of that land at this time. He says you'll not do what they do, as we'll find out their wickedness was reaching its full. Neither shall you walk in their statutes. Of course, that's their ordinances. Everybody has their ordinances, and we find out sometimes the law itself can get morally perverted. The moral society becomes perverted. For mine ordinances shall you do, and my statutes shall you keep, to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Mine ordinances shall you do. So the Lord sets up His authority in the fact that His ordinances are supreme, and His ordinances, His rules, His laws are supreme, and they rule over all other ordinances in the land. And it's to walk therein. He says, I am the Lord your God. I am the strength, the existing one. Hashem is the powers of creation, as we'll find out. It wouldn't matter whether you would trust in it or not. We'll find out in the end. It is bound to happen. Everybody, sooner or later, society as a whole comes to its full understanding as it matures, just like a child matures. 5, you shall therefore keep my statutes and mine ordinances, which if a man do, he shall live by them. I am the Lord. You, therefore, shall keep my statutes. And this you, ye, we're going to take as a direct. Of course, the Lord is directly speaking to the one who will listen. You, therefore, keep my statutes and my own ordinances, which if a man do, because that's anybody does these things, he shall live by them. I am the Lord. And this live is to cost to be alive. We'll find out his soul's quickened, as he should be able to see the pain or feel the pain in some sense, to know that he is alive. 6, none of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him. We're using this masculine, though it doesn't have necessarily to be. It's to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. Once again, Hashem says, in a sense that he is holy. You should be holy as well, or you should be like unto him. To separate yourself from this uncleanliness. This word nakedness here is, the word is adva. It means to be naked, or to show somebody's naked, their nudity, you might say, and uncover them. And as we'll see, if we go back to the garden and we remember, is the moment Eve sinned, her nakedness was basically known as Adam's as well when he sinned against the Lord. And to this word arval could also mean their shame or their uncleanliness. Somehow we don't go around talking about others in that sense, as well as we would not expose them in that sense to be naked or for any other purpose, as we'll go ahead and add that. 7, the nakedness of your father and the nakedness of your mother shall you not uncover. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. So the nakedness of your parents, and we can, like I said, look at this 2 ways. The way you're going to look at it, we will kind of use like a measure. I'm not going to tell you how to look at it because we're going to use it. It's kind of like a measure, and we can kind of measure the slow degradation of society with this weight here, as we will find out. It's what happens. It's a slow occurrence of society when these things become violated, not only in a lesser way, but in a greater way as well. 8, the nakedness of your father's wife shall you not uncover. It's your father's nakedness. So the nakedness of your father's wife, in neither way would you uncover that, because once we'll find out it is your father's nakedness. That's the one from whom you come forth. And really, it would be in a sense to pervert one's own self. 9, the nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness shall you not uncover. So the nakedness of your sister, she's one that has a similar understanding, not whether she is the daughter, that's the one that born from your father, or this one that's born from your mother, whether born at home where you live or born out abroad at another period of time, or in a different place. Even their nakedness shall you not uncover. You're not going to expose them either. In either sense, we'll find out the sense that you would talk about her, or the sense that you would expose her nakedness for other purposes. 10, the nakedness of your son's daughter, or of your daughter's daughter, even their nakedness shall you not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your son's daughter, of your daughter's daughter. As we see here, these are examples of the perversions that the other country or the other nations were doing, not only in Egypt, as well as in the land of Canaan, where they was going. So they was just traveling between filth and filth, because to do these things, even to expose their nakedness, you shouldn't uncover. You shouldn't be making this known, for theirs is your own nakedness. And once again, you're just exposing yourself, because it all has to start somewhere. And, a lot of times our own mouth can make things known. 11, the nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, begotten of your father, she is your sister. You shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter. Now, I believe we just covered this. That's begotten of your father. She comes from that one you come forth from. There's no difference. She is your sister. You shall not uncover her nakedness. And like it said before, she is a similar understanding to you. Why would you talk bad about her? It's going to really find out that you're just kind of incriminating yourself. We'll find out these are all relatives. 12, you shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister. She's your father's near kinswoman. That's your father's sister, one who has a similar understanding to him. You shouldn't uncover her nakedness either. We'll find out she is your aunt as well. 13, you shall not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, for she is your mother's near kinswoman. And likewise with your mother's sister, one who has a similar understanding to her. You should not uncover her nakedness or expose her shame or in a shameful way expose her for neither purpose. We'll find out to in any diminishing form. 14, you shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. You shall not approach to his wife. She is your aunt. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. Here we'll find out that's the one who has a similar understanding to your father. You shall not approach his wife, and that's his wife. A reflection of that, because she's your aunt. She is a near kinsperson, and that's how you would uncover his nakedness, is to approach to his wife. 15, you shall not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law. She is your son's wife. You shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law. Once again, it's just going to expose your own ignorance, expose your own lewdness, in a sense. You shall not uncover her nakedness. We'll find out there's two laws that deal with this, with the son and the father with the maiden as well. 16, you shall not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife. It's your brother's nakedness. So your brother's wife. Now, we'll find out this is the abominable thing in society, to uncover this nakedness or to expose the shame of your brother's wife. In a sense, it's your brother's nakedness. You do that you show his, and once again, your brother, you have a similar understanding. We're going to find out. You're only going to incriminate or make yourself look bad as well as being relative to it. 17, you shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. You shall not take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are near kinswoman. It is lewdness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. As we'll find, this is to create great strife or anything like that within a household, or in these conditions where, God forbid, these things would ever be acceptable in life. We find out these conditions worsen and worsen in society as a whole, and through the slow degradation of these things, we find out more of these things happen in life. But you shall not take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter as well to uncover her nakedness. They are near kinswoman. It's lewdness. For they are relative, just like if you took that woman to be your wife and then do that, these children she had, of course, by another marriage. As well, it's lewdness. Lewdness is, I believe, King James Version says wickedness. The word is it's just an evil plan or a bad idea to create this kind of a house. 18, and you shall not take a woman to her sister to be a rival to her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. And you're not going to cause strife between two sisters, those that are similar. You might say they come from one father. To be rivals, to set one against the other, to uncover her nakedness or to expose her in a manner of shame or uncleanliness with the other as well in her lifetime, because once again it's to create animosity or to create these striving one against the other in life. As we'll see, there's a lot of people, they don't know the law of Hashem and they just do these things. Society has no cap on anything as far as moral perversions go. 19, and you shall not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is impure by her uncleanliness. You shall not approach a woman to uncover her nakedness, to expose her, and we're going to take now this intense kind of going the other way with this uncovering of the nakedness here. That's for a different purpose. Now there's like a little distinction here made because she is in her impurity. She is in the time of her uncleanliness, and this is that period of the month where once a month a woman who is in her fertility becomes impure or unclean. 20, and you shall not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife to defile yourself with her. So you're not going to lie with your neighbor's wife carnally in a fleshful manner, as we see. We're getting a little more direct in the intent of all of it now, in this carnal way with your neighbor's wife. If it's your neighbor's wife, we'll find out it's a reflection of his understanding. You shall not defile yourself with her. 21. You shall not give any of your seed to set apart to Molech, neither shall you profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. You shall not give any of your seed, that's all of your offspring in a sense, that will ever come after you, to set them apart to Molech. Molech is the king. Molech means king. Molech he was not a god, one they had placed over them of the children of Ammon. The Ammonites are those that come from the nations, as well as that incestual relationship between Lot and his daughter. These ones that are born out of that incest. There's nothing new under the sun. We'll find out, my friends. Everybody knew what the law was. Everybody knows the law. The Lord put it in your heart from the beginning. And none of you shall profane the name of your God. To profane the name of God is to forget that covenant, to forget that agreement. Because to set these apart or to cause these to bow down to some kind of king, not a God, and we'll find out, is to do just that. I am the Lord. I am the one that exists. I am Hashem. 22, you shall not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. You shall not lie with mankind. In a sense that he's a woman, or to lay with, and as we're going to see in this carnal manner, it's an abomination, and we'll find out. Abomination is a toibah, and it's a morally disgusting, or something that's not going to be acceptable. But as we find out, and as with the societies of Egypt and the societies of Canaan, the moral degradation had slipped a little bit, and the people were starting to suffer from the public acceptance of these things. As we'll see, society slowly slipping away. And 23, you shall not lie with any beast to defile yourself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is a perversion. You shall not lie with any beast, God forbid, to defile yourself therewith. Have you not separated yourself at all from the animals, and from these? Neither shall any woman stand before a beast, God forbid, to lie down thereto. And even in that sense, too, this is a disgusting, it is a perversion. Perversion means there's a little bit of confusion. I think somebody's confused. I don't know what you think you are, but you're a human being. You need to stand up and act like one. 24, defile not with you yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out from before you. So defile not yourselves. Be not one of these, or do one of these things. For in all these the nations are defiled. This is how they are polluted. This is how it's done, as we'll find out. The Lord does it. Sooner or later it shows up, and it's like vomit. These ones which I cast out from before you. And we find out which way you're going. 25, and the land was defiled. Therefore I did visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land vomited out her inhabitants. And the land was defiled. And the land here, it's kind of like the whole thing became a defilement, or a polluted, nasty thing. We had the example of Sodom and Gomorrah, where finally it becomes detestable unto the Lord, and he just, in a way, it becomes a detestable, horrible, nasty, polluted thing, and that's not the way the Lord created it. But there I did visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and because that's what the Lord did, he visited it. There it was, come to visit this perversions because of their perversions. And they began to accept these perversions, and they thought it was just the way it should be. But the land vomited out her inhabitants, as we'll see, and there was several ways it did that. Disease, sickness, and sooner or later, there will show up all manner of things, and as we see, it's not a pleasant thing. It's not a pleasant thing, because all these had the law of God, all these had the rules. They're all descendants of Noah, and they had the understanding and the basic law, the basic beginnings of the law in the understanding. But we'll find out they had not chose the correct direction. 26, you therefore shall keep my statutes and mine ordinance, and shall not do any of these abominations, neither the homeborn or the stranger that sojourns among you. You, therefore, and that's the one that's listening, anybody that's listening, that's you, shall keep my statutes, these ordinances, these instructions. That's basically all it is, some instructions to keep you in line, to keep you going down the right path. And we'll find out every time it'll be on the mark. You shall not do any of these abominations, these sick, disgusting things that everybody else is doing. We're going to have to separate yourself and get yourself cleaned up. Neither the homeborn, that's the one who is born into that understanding and that knowledge, nor the stranger that sojourns among you, or the one that's trying to acquire it, my friends, will find out. As always, Hashem says there's one law for all. 27, For all these abominations have the men of the land done that were before you, and the land is defiled. For all these abominations have the men of... God made an example out of them already. All these were there before you, and we'll find out. Sometimes we find ourselves walking around among them, and the land is defiled. The whole thing becomes disgusting and polluted in a sense. 28. And the land vomit not you out also when you defile it, as it vomited out the nation that was before you. And that land, so that we'll find out, because it becomes an inheritance. You get to inherit that land, and even that period of time where these abominations don't exist, just because we'll find out in time, it vomits out the nation that's before you. 29. For whosoever shall do any of these abominations, even the souls that do them, shall be cut off from among their people. Because anybody, whosoever, that's anybody that does any of these abominations, even the souls, that's that life within that do them, shall be cut off from among their people. So the Lord's going to cut you off. We'll find out. Be cut off. Can one make atonement? We'll find out. It's up between Hashem and you and the law. We'll find out. That's where the mercy lies, my friend. 30. Therefore shall you keep my charge, that you do not any of these abominable customs which were done before you, and that you defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. Therefore you shall keep my charge. This is the reason. You don't want to be cut off. You don't want to be found in that position, my friend. Outside that understanding, thinking that it's all right to do what God said not to do. We'll find out. To be in that position is the punishment itself that the Lord had brought upon you. We'll find, as I have said in the past, you're right where He's got you, and you're right where He wants you. Turn. We'll find out will be your key. We're going to move forward to Leviticus chapter 19. Turn and return.